we discussed the foundational or preliminary teachings in the last two sessions, right? In this section, I will explain the main teaching, which is the deeper aspect of this teaching. So this teaching goes beyond the fundamental level. It's more than preliminary instructions. It moves into deeper, advanced aspect of practice. So it addresses the more profound, essential points that require understanding and experience. So let's begin the root text. It says, generally speaking, every teaching the Buddha gave brings insight, effective and full of benefit. There is no teaching that is empty or fruitless. The essential meaning of them all is to be fully aware of each and every thought. There is no need to control or force your mind to be different. Simply let your awareness rest on the very nature of each thought. With this clear awareness, integrating it with the circumstances is crucial. In short, whenever distracted thoughts appears, that is mind. When free of such distractions, your innate awareness cannot be influenced by anything, whether positive or negative, beneficial or harmful. Distinguishing mind and awareness is fundamental. Awareness must be steady and familiar, while mind should be liberated. When any thought arises, whether confused or clear, don't judge it as a mistake. Simply rest in its natural state. So it says, generally speaking, all of the Buddha's teachings have purpose, meaning, and transformative power. Each teaching of his helps practitioners develop wisdom, bodhicitta, reduce suffering. Each teaching helps practitioners progress on the path. Even teachings that seem very simple or easy carry meaningful benefit to, different people. Although Buddha taught many different methods and practices, but the essence and intention behind all the teachings is to help people become aware, especially their own mind, moment by moment, thought by thought. So Buddhism teaches that suffering does not come from external conditions alone, but from how the mind responds to them. Okay? So to end suffering, we must see how these thoughts arise and how you get caught up in. So therefore, awareness is the tool that allows us see this clearly. How the mind moves, how the mind creates illusions or how liberation is possible all become clear through direct observation. So when we observe a thought as it arises, we can discover its nature. So this is why teachers say that the essence of the teachings is to watch the mind directly. All the Buddha's teachings ultimately point to directly observing the mind. So in Buddhism, thoughts are the doorway to understanding the nature mind and ending confusion. So when you bring awareness to each thought, you stop creating new habits. Therefore, in Dzogchen teachings, awareness is considered the essence of Buddhahood, enlightenment. So when you rest in nature awareness, the mind's movements slow down naturally without too much effort, right? And you experience clarity, openness, and a great view. So that's why it says here, the essential meaning of them all is to be fully aware of each and every thought. So therefore, every teaching of the Buddha is meant to return us to this natural awareness, because we cannot change what we don't see. So if we are unaware of our thoughts, usually we are distracted and we are unaware of all these thoughts, then they control us. Then we believe them and we follow them like a shadow. But if we are aware of our thoughts, they lose power. They become transparent. They dissolve in their own. We know that. So seeing clearly is the beginning of freedom. So the essential meaning of all the Buddhist teachings is to be fully aware of the mind. We all know that. But there are different methods, different instructions. What is the method? According to this teaching, this is the method. It says, there is no need to control or force your mind to be different. Simply let your awareness rest on the very nature of each thought. Okay, this is the method. So most people, meditation means stop thinking. Right? But this teaching says the opposite. Don't fight your thoughts. Don't try to replace them with better ones. Don't chase after thoughts. Don't judge them. Do not force thoughts. Do not try to push thoughts away or stop them or change them into something else. It says just observe them. Let thoughts arise naturally and look directly at them with clear awareness. So this awareness transforms thoughts without force, very naturally. So you learn to see the thought arises, stays for a moment, and just let them dissolve naturally. By resting in this way, you see their nature. There is nothing to fight against all these thoughts. Just observing their nature. Then you see the difference between mind and awareness. So the purpose of this teaching is to help us become familiar with what our mind is doing. The nature of thoughts, how thoughts arise, and how they dissolve, This is the foundation of the Dzogchen practice, right? You don't have to worry about thoughts when you meditate. You don't have to think about my meditation is not going well. Just let it be. It's very easy, but then another way it's very difficult to follow this kind of instruction. Intellectually, very easy. Oh, yeah, it makes sense. But when you meditate, it's always judging, Anyway, and then it says, in short, whenever distracted thoughts appears, that is mind. When free of such distractions, your innate awareness cannot be influenced by anything, whether positive or negative, beneficial or harmful. So it means any time mind is caught up in thought, planning, judging, remembering, worrying, thinking, all this, right? This activity is what we call mind. Buddhist mind. What is mind? All this, mind. When your mind is not caught up in these distractions, your awareness is pure and unaffected by anything, external or internal. That is awareness. That is different between mind and awareness. Whether something is good or bad or whatever happens, your awareness remains stable and clear. So, distinguishing mind and awareness is fundamental if you want to understand the nature of mind. If you focus awareness with your thoughts, you will keep reacting to the mind rather than experiencing its true nature. So it says awareness must be steady and familiar, while mind should be liberated. It means, awareness is like the open sky. Mind is like passing, clouds. This is non-judgmental meditation. That means you observe without interference. Judging thoughts only creates all other emotions, whether positive or negative. So usually meditators judge and think when they meditate, I shouldn't be thinking. This is bad meditation. My mind is distracted. Right? This instruction says, do not label thoughts as problems. Why? Because thoughts themselves are not the obstacle, or are simply movements of the mind. As long as you are alive, you have thought. So when you call a thought wrong, you create resistance, and it moves you away from direct awareness. Therefore it says, simply rest in its natural state. This is the key point. A thought arises, you notice it, you do nothing with it, but your awareness remains open. If you do that, then you will discover something very important. And then you say, oh, now I got it. Yeah, now you again judging your meditation. Doesn't matter, whatever appears and you experience, good or bad, let it be, no judging. Only you need is just your awareness remains open. If you do that, then you discover the nature of whatever reality, the mind, awareness. This is very important. So thought appears. Usually, it stays shortly, like briefly, and then it dissolves by itself if you do nothing. That's what usually Buddhist teaching say, let it go, means you don't have to I need to let this go. You don't, just thought appears and stay it, and then just, because this is the nature of, the thought, and then just dissolves by itself. So the instruction is not about stopping your thoughts. It is about recognizing the nature mind within thoughts, right? Keep that in your mind. The next teaching, it says, from time to time, it is essential to supplicate your Guru, receive empowerment, and unite your mind with the Guru's wisdom. Similarly, in any practice of deity yoga or mantra recitation, do so from within awareness. Pure awareness cuts through self-grasping and selfish motives. So, from time to time, supplicate your Guru. In traditional Buddhist sort of language, supplication means opening your heart, renewing your connection, and asking for guidance inspiration and blessings from your teacher, Three Jewels. Because it helps when you are stuck in thoughts. Sometimes when you meditate, you're just stuck. And even though you know, oh, I have to let this go, I have to be like, I can't judge in these things, but you're just stuck. You just can't control. And at that point, these supplications are very helpful. So when thoughts are strong, directly resting in awareness may feel very difficult because your thoughts are very strong. So at that moment, supplication works because it opens mind and slowly reduce your thoughts. Because sometimes the supplication involved with compassion, bodhicitta, visualization, something. So that helps shift your thoughts, and then you have less thoughts. So it is a skillful sport or method, So from time to time, supplicate Guru is important. Supplicating Guru means turn your mind toward wisdom, compassion, and clarity. And supplication also reminds you to develop these qualities through practice. Then it says, receive empowerment. Receiving empowerment usually brings back your spiritual strength and gives you permission to practice a certain teaching, like certain practice, like deity practice, that requires the permission, so that you can practice correctly. Some deity, ritual, or not, you are not supposed to be practiced without receiving empowerment. So without empowerment, you don't have the right condition or support to engage in those teachings. If that's the case, you need to receive empowerment. Then it says, unite your mind with the Guru's wisdom. Unite your mind with the Guru's wisdom here means allowing your ordinary thoughts to harmonize with the clarity and compassion, wisdom. It means recognize that awareness itself is the Guru's wisdom. So, merging your mind with the teacher's wisdom connects your everyday mind with their mindfulness, sort of awareness, and clarity, and compassion. But that's actually merge your mind with the teacher's mind means like recognize the true nature of your mind, your awareness. That's what basically mean merge or unite your mind with the Guru's wisdom here means. Not like outside, like try to merge your mind and this teacher's mind, not like that. So basically saying is like recognize your true nature of your awareness, your mind. Then it says any practice of deity yoga or mantra recitation should be done from within awareness. That when you practice a deity or recite a mantra, the key point is not the external form of the deity or the sound of your recitation alone. Deity practice, recitation, prayer, mantra is a tool, is a method. But the main point is you should practice from within awareness, meaning stay present and mindful of the nature of mind. Do not get lost in distraction. So deity mantra recitation will help you to keep your mind present. That's the kind of like the method. So deity practice and mantra recitation become powerful when they are inseparable from your natural awareness. Okay? Then it says pure awareness cuts through self-grasping and selfish motives. This means when you rest in your awareness, clear nature mind, your old habits of selfishness begin to dissolve. Self-grasping is the root of suffering, right? We all know that. Pure awareness naturally dissolves this grasping and making room for genuine awareness and compassion. Okay? Then the next teaching, it says, shout pat, engage in yogic exercises, practice dream yoga at night, or meditate on the illusory body during the day. All done within continuity of nature, natural awareness. Genuine progress shows in growing renunciation and compassion. Wherever you are, all will be well. Please keep this in mind. So when your mind distracted, use powerful practice like here says shout and pat to cut through distraction. So shout pat. This is traditional, some of like the Dzogchen practice for cutting through delusion and distraction in the mind when you meditate. It's a symbolic, energetic gesture to focus and purify your awareness. So when you say this syllable, P-A-T or P-H-A-T, or whatever you call pat, this syllable, The sound is sharp and sudden. Otherwise, can stop your thoughts and distractions. It's designed to stop the mind from wandering. That's the only, why you use this syllable when you are so distracted. Sharp, sudden. The suddenness of the sound serves as a wake-up call for the mind. So return it to awareness as soon as you shout the pot. You wake up from distractions. Because it interrupts habitual thoughts or mental chatter or emotional disturbance, bringing attention back to your natural awareness. So it trains the practitioner the body, voice, mind act together. So this cultivates fearlessness. The sudden shout is to dissolve negative karma, obstacles, or mental afflictions. It's similar to the way thunder or fire dispels darkness right away, right? So if you use this syllable correctly, it stops whatever in your mind right away so that you are wake up. So this syllable is considered an energetic expression of the enlightened mind, embodying clarity and the power of the awakened state of the mind. It's It also a great method when your mind is wandering and have full of thoughts. Anyway, but don't use it in public because it's kind of strange, right? Then it says, engage in yogic exercise and practice dream yoga at night. So this is physical movements, right? Or breathing techniques that strengthen the body and the mind for meditators. Meditation. Practice dream yoga at night. This is the practice of recognizing that you are dreaming, maintaining awareness and clarity within the dream, instead of being unconsciously sort of carried by the dream. So this practice helps the practitioners see that life is fundamentally illusory. So in dream yoga, you learn to stay conscious in your dreams, using them as a tool to train your mind to see reality more clearly and cultivate spiritual insight. Again, this awareness. Then it says meditate on the illusory body during the day. So during the day, you meditate on the illusory body. During the night, you practice dream yoga. These are all methods, nothing other than that. So the illusory body refers to recognizing that your physical body does not have independent existence. It's like a reflection or a dream, even though it appears solid, right? So meditating on this means seeing and experiencing your body as illusory. So observing that your physical form and experience are like illusions, not meaning like not permanent. We know that intellectually, but through this practice gives you more stronger, genuine realization experience. So this practice reduces attachment to the body. We're so attached to our body. So that will be difficult when we die. It's hard to let it go. So this practice helps if we reduce attachment to the body. Then it says, all done within the continuity of natural awareness. It means no matter what your practice is, maintain a steady awareness of the mind's natural clarity and presence. So if you do all your meditations within this awareness, your spiritual practice does not depend on external circumstance, external environment. Whether you are, we say like you are in a monastery, whether you are at home, you are traveling, doesn't matter. Genuine practice works wherever you are, as long as your as awareness is maintained. So therefore, Khenpo Gangshar says here, please keep this in mind. So it's a reminder to integrate these principles into daily life. So continuous awareness, authentic practice, and the cultivation of renunciation, which is when you understand the permanent of life, right? So that helps grow your compassion, your wisdom, this awareness. We're talking about awareness. Whenever we say wisdom, this awareness. Okay? So in short, all of this practice should be done with a steady sense of natural awareness. Okay? It is essential point of all your meditation. So there he gives different options, different methods, tools. When you have strong thoughts and emotions, use this method. Try this tool, that these instructions release or stop. Maybe stop is not the right word, but let go all these distractions and thoughts and that. Okay? Now the last teaching, it says, while remaining in this natural awareness without distraction, cultivate bodhicitta and sincerely make vast prayers of dedication, practice the 7 branch offering to accumulate merit, practice Vajrasattva meditation with the 100-syllable mantra. Over many lifetimes, subtle thoughts have influenced us and create karma. Therefore, it is essential to confess our misdeeds and vow not to repeat them. Such practices are vital. So these practices are considered essential daily practice in Buddhism, right? Maintain awareness without distraction. Cultivate bodhicitta. Dedicate your effort for the benefit of all others. Also engage in purification practice to, accumulate merit and purify negative actions, which sometimes we call negative karma. So these practices are fundamental to spiritual growth. So therefore it says such practices are vital. So this highlights the importance of all the above practice. They are essential for progress on the spiritual path. Everything a Buddhist practitioner needs is included in this teaching, as I mentioned above, right? So if you read this teaching over and over again, not enough once, and then reflect on them, cultivate, use all these methods. Which one is good for you? And try to do that for a while. Then mind is strange. It doesn't work anymore. You change something else. Try to do something else. So these words and instructions are not just, as I said, intellectual sort of explanation, right? They carry real blessings from a bodhisattva, a teacher, Khenpo. So therefore, please, if you want to, maintain your awareness, less distraction. Practice this as much as you can in everyday life. Now the conclusion is, it says, requested by the devoted practitioner Atsang, so that's the student name, Atsang. I, the confused old beggar, Gangshar, poured out a stream of thoughts and wrote this as if an old dog were vomiting golden teachings. May this virtue be dedicated to all beings.